Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today coming back to you from the new house. We were moving some stuff earlier today. Hopefully by Monday we'll have almost everything moved in, and then it'll just be a matter of shuffling things around. So thank you everyone for all of the kind comments congratulating on the new house, etc. And again, I apologize for what I perceive to be subpar quality compared to my normal stuff, and also apologies to my Patreon and Subscribestar peeps because I do not have access to the April Patreon Subscribestar video because it's on my work PC, which is currently apart because I needed to clean it and try and rearrange a couple of things, and that probably is going to be a several-day project. So it'll be, once again, text names only for today, but I'm hoping to either re-record a new video for April, again, only about 6 days left of the month anyway, before I have to record one for May, but I have no problem re-recording it because it really shouldn't take all that much time. But once again, if you are a Patreon Subscribestar supporter, I do apologize. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the news, which is the new rumor that apparently Disney is working on a new female-centric Star Wars series. Yay! Looks like they continue to not learn the lessons of their past, and just like the old saying goes, those that do not know history or learn their history are doomed to repeat it, and something tells me that they are also going to be doomed to repeat it as well. In fact, I want to shout out Drunk 3PO. Check out his YouTube channel, Drunk 3PO. He's an awesome YouTuber, but he pointed out something really great on a on a show, a live stream, that John Campea, King of Shills, was, he's won actually a Raven Award or two for being one of the biggest shills out there. And he apparently was going off saying, oh, all the man babies are already coming out to call about this, and then totally got destroyed by a female by a female person that he had on his show, who basically just smacked it back in his face by saying, no, it's a problem when the biggest thing that they're saying is that this show is going to be female-centric. Because, and this is something that John Campea and other shills like him can't quite understand. When people from Lucasfilm, when people in Hollywood try to use these types of terms, it is very clear coding of what the intention is, which is that we're only focusing, and our primary focus is on having it be on a female character, which means everything else falls by the wayside. It means that we don't care about developing a great character that happens to be featuring a female actress. We don't care about having the best of the best who happen to be females, writer, producers, etc. All that they care about is saying, no, I don't care about the credentials of the person behind or in front of the camera. All I care about, the primary focus of my intention, is that they happen to be a female. And that is problematic. It would be the same as if I were to say, ooh, my first and primary thing is to make sure that everything in this film is male and everything in this film is white. That would be a problem. That would be a major problem. Well, it's just as much of a problem if you do the same thing with saying we're focusing on female or focusing on diversity, because when that is your primary focus, everything else falls by the wayside. You don't believe me? Just go ahead and look to modern day films like Terminator Woke Fate, which was a complete crapfest of a movie that destroyed its previous canon, or at least tried to, because most people do not accept Dark Fate as canon because it was just so freaking bad. But that's just one great example. Of course, you look to Star Wars, and Star Wars is another clear example of when you say, ooh, we want to have a female protagonist. Where do we go from here? Let's go to Canobite. Like, that's pretty much the ideas that come down. It's just like, let's just come up with the most random, nonsensical stuff. But let's go ahead and dive into this article once again from Bounding into Comics from our boy John F. Trent. A new rumor details that Disney and Lucasfilm are working on a new female-centric Star Wars series. The rumor comes from Variety and details the series is being helmed by the co-creator of Netflix's Russian Doll series, Leslie Headland. Yes, because everyone wants a Disney Star Wars production by Leslie Headland, whose experience in Star Wars is what? Oh wait, that's right, nothing, but she did Netflix's Russian Doll series. Headland is expected to write and serve as showrunner for the series. I bet that's going to be a great series. According to Variety sources, the series is described as female-centric and will take place in a different part of the Star Wars timeline than other projects. No other plot details were relayed. Of course they haven't, because that is what they start off with. That is what current modern-day Disney Lucasfilm is doing. That's what most modern-day Hollywood studios are doing, is let's start off with female-centric and then build around it. You don't do that. You have a great idea, and then you fill in the blanks. Female-centric is not a great idea. Male-centric is not a great idea. Person of color, diversity-centric is not a great idea. All right? You need to start off with a good idea, and then you fill in the pieces of the puzzle. And my mindset has always been, let's put the best people in whatever positions we need them for that specific job. And do it blindly. It doesn't matter if they're female. It doesn't matter if they're black or white. Or it doesn't matter. None of that should have any impact on one's decision. And if it does have an impact on it, and your mindset is, well, we're trying to be diverse, and you obviously don't care about diversity, and that means that you're an istophobe. No. What it means is that I try to not see color or gender or any of that nonsense, because in the grand scheme of things, that crap just don't matter. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And if you think it does, you're a part of the problem. Helen recently discussed the film industry, where she described white executives as the silent killer. She stated, "I'm also seeing the silent killer, which is a lot of white women at the top who are kind of reinforcing old ideas. Oh my God, self-hating women. Oh, old ideas." She added, "As I started to rise in television, I started just to get more blunt and just start saying, I would like a black writer. Because if I said diverse, we get, well, white is diverse," which is something somebody said to me. It was like, it's not, but cool. Why not? Diversity is everything and no exceptions. That's what diversity is supposed to mean. Diversity means we're going to have everything and nothing is going to be left out, which means that white would be a part of that equation. But you have these idiots. And again, my boy Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers is the one that had this great tweet the other day saying, "Meet Lucasfilm's latest hire. Yikes." Yeah. That's a pretty bad line. Oh my gosh. I'm a white woman. I know that, I have privilege, but I'm going to check my privilege right now and just say, that's not cool. White's not diverse. The whole concept of diversity is to have a multitude of genders, a multitude of races, a multitude of backgrounds. Guess what? That includes white people. That includes white men. Gasp! That includes straight white men. Oh no, the horror! The horror! But these idiots don't care. They don't care about common sense. They don't care if their points or what they're saying makes sense. If they actually cared about it making sense, they wouldn't be making this crap that we're seeing all over the place these days. What makes this especially interesting is that The Hollywood Reporter recently reported that Disney and Marvel Studios terminated the contracts of Punisher showrunner Steve Lightfoot and Hellstrom showrunner Paul Zbyszewski. Not only did sorry if I totally butchered that. Not only did Disney and Marvel reportedly terminate the projects, but they had previously announced that they would be furloughing employees whose jobs aren't necessary at this time at the beginning of April. Seems like they're making quote-unquote diversity hires, perhaps? And I think I'm going to leave it at that. What are your thoughts about this nonsense, though? Again, I want good Star Wars. If you want a good example of great Star Wars, the first 4 episodes of this past season of Star Wars Clone Wars and the last episode. I haven't seen the most recent episode that came out today. I heard it was actually pretty good. Has some issues maybe with the timeline, but for the most part, I hear that it's on par. You then had 4 crap episodes, and guess what were crappy about those episodes? 2 characters that happen to be females of a certain background that is not white. And some people are going to say, oh, well, that's the reason why it's bad. It's because of diversity. No, it's because what likely happened was that they were like, ooh, let's have the focus of this episode, of these series of episodes, be on the diverse characters. Okay, what do you want to do in these episodes? Well, it doesn't matter, as long as these 2 characters are at the center. That's the problem with quote-unquote pushing diversity, is that you push that instead of pushing good stories, and then all you end up with is crap that just makes people like me and other people saying this stuff and talking down about this just diversity push that's been going on in Hollywood for so long now. It makes us correct, because we are correct. We are pointing out these truths. We are saying it's not diversity that's the problem. It's the forced diversity that is the problem. It's not having different people, men and women of all different races and genders. That stuff is not what's the problem. What the problem is that when you start off with, let's start with diversity and build around it, you get crap characters. Like this one right here. And you get crap, correct? You get, totally crap creators as well. Like Leslie Headland of Russian Doll. Because this is what Star Wars needs. Let me know your thoughts about this and all the things we talked about in the comments section below. If you like this video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. It helps out a lot. You're all amazing and beautiful people. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless.